Up until the start of 2022, this little bad boy was my favorite handheld, a modern handheld of all time, and that is the Nintendo Switch, if you can't guess what it is. This is the Switch OLED, and oh my god, the OLED screen in this thing is a game changer. It's mind-blowing how good it looks, right? But then this little puppy came out, the Steam Deck. And my god, this thing changed things. You know, no longer do we have to wait several years just hoping and praying that games would get ported over to the Nintendo Switch, because that was kind of frustrating. You did have to wait, you did have to hope and pray that your favorite desktop level, console level games got ported over to this thing. And more often than not, when they did, the performance wasn't that great. Then the Steam Deck came along. Now, I'm a PC gamer. I've got a gaming PC behind me here, behind the monitor, behind the camera here, and it plays all the AAA games, all the new releases, everything I could want it to do. And I've got a pretty damn big Steam library to play my games on. And it was kind of always frustrating. I'd be torn between getting a game on the Switch, being able to take it anywhere I wanted to go, and then sitting down and playing it like low frame rates, low resolutions, low quality, or sitting at my gaming PC for hours on end, playing games at high resolution, higher frame rates, and just playing any game that I want, right? Whether it be a AAA new release, I could play it on my gaming PC. And then the Steam Deck came along, and boom, my entire gaming PC library is no longer just stuck on the PC. It's now available wherever the hell I want to go, thanks to the Steam Deck. And you're playing the latest releases, the latest AAA releases. Are they going to run at like 4K Ultra? No, but they run on this bad boy, and I could not be happier. This is the best tech purchase I've got all year. I mean, you're probably watching this because you are into the Steam Deck. That's probably why you're subscribed here, right? Because we post Steam Deck content every single day on this channel, multiple times a day. So please like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you want content, Steam Deck content every single day on your homepage. I need to clean my screen. But yeah, this thing completely changed the game for me in terms of just gaming on the go, right? And I no longer had to rely on this. So how does it feel when a new game comes out on your Switch, a Switch exclusive, like the new Mario Rabbids game or the new Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet, which I have been playing? Did it feel weird going back to the Nintendo Switch again? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Kotaku posted a really interesting article. We're going to read the Kotaku writer's thoughts. And like it says, I've been playing Pokemon Scarlet lately on my Switch OLED, and I miss the OLED screen. I kind of miss the Switch a little bit, but I would not swap it for the Steam Deck. Let's get into it. I'm Blaze2K. Please like, subscribe, click the bell icon for more Steam Deck content on your YouTube homepage every single day. Thank you for being here. Let's get into it. Let's go. So guys, Steam Deck's greatness makes it hard to go back to the Switch. Now, I will say there's one part of the Switch that the Switch doesn't have an advantage in as of right now, and that is the beautiful OLED version. The regular Switch, get it out of here. The Switch OLED is seriously where it's at. Like, as much as I love my Steam Deck, as much as I love everything about the Steam Deck, the quality, the performance, the freedom to play any of your games anywhere that you've already purchased on Steam over the years, the OLED screen is just, it's just so nice. So I have enjoyed coming back to the Switch. I'm not going to lie. This is, like I said, was up until like this year was my favorite gaming handheld, future modern gaming handheld of all time, and I thoroughly loved it. The one thing I didn't like was the crappy performance, the delayed wait in getting the games that I wanted to play on it, and then the Steam Deck came out, completely changed it. And I've said that about 4 times in this video, but I just need to stress how great the Steam Deck is. So the article is, Steam Deck's greatness makes it hard to go back to the Switch. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think about this. Was it hard? Is it hard? Do you have a Switch that you maybe sometimes go back to play some of the exclusives on? I'm going to let you into a little secret. You can actually play your Switch games on the Steam Deck, but performance isn't guaranteed to be perfect. But anyways, yeah, Valve's portable PC is more powerful than Nintendo's hybrid console and plays games better too. Well, it plays games that run on SteamOS better. It doesn't necessarily run all Switch games better than the Switch, as I found out. So recently I've been playing Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope on the Nintendo Switch, the original Mario and Rabbids. I've actually got that. I've yet to play it. It's in my mountain high size game backlog that I need to get through. but it was one of his favourite Switch games so far. This new entry is even better, adding more chaos and depth to the previous game's already great tactical action. But after owning a Steam Deck for just a few months, returning to the Switch has been hard, especially as more and more new games run poorly on Nintendo's aging handheld. Yeah, I mean, new game releases on Switch are not going to run that great. I mean, not only do games have to be like developed for the Switch, right? The Switch isn't like the Steam Deck. You can't just pick up and play any game released on like ever on PC. Developers do have to go out of their way to release it on there, but they have sold about 111 million, so I mean there is incentive, right? Since its release in 2017, this Nintendo Switch has gone on to become one of the most successful consoles in history. In August, Nintendo announced they had sold over 111 million Switch consoles, putting it comfortably in the top 5 best-selling consoles of all time, right behind Sony's PS4. Meanwhile, Valve's Steam Deck hasn't sold nearly as well, but the newer portable PC is making a splash among gamers as it lets players take most of their large Steam library with them on road trips, extended bathroom breaks. It also feels like the Switch Pro we have yet to receive. I cannot agree more. Like I was foaming at the mouth waiting for a Switch Pro to come out, and then the Steam Deck got announced, and I'm like, this is better than a Nintendo Switch Pro. I mean, come on. It literally is. It doesn't have the OLED though. That's one of my biggest pain points. But let me play 60 FPS on my couch with ease. Meanwhile, the Switch is struggling just to run new games like Bayonetta 3 as such. I'm finding it hard to go back to Nintendo's console in 2022. I think Nintendo's does need a new console. I think the Nintendo Switch is getting a little bit long in the tooth right now, but at the same time, how can Nintendo compete with the Steam Deck? Like, unless they open it up and make it a full-on gaming PC handheld, which I think would be a smart idea, a full Windows or Linux-based PC that can run games via Wine or Proton, whilst also allowing people to play exclusive games on their handheld. I think that would be pretty good. Games like Luigi's Mansion. Oh, don't get me wrong. I do go back, although not as often as before, because of the Nintendo's exclusives. Games like Luigi's Mansion 3, Mario and Rabbids, and Kirby and the Forgotten Land all bring me back to the Switch because there's no way to play these games anywhere else. Well, there is, but Nintendo doesn't like folks talking about that. The Steam Deck emulation. And usually I don't mind coming back to the Switch or prior Nintendo consoles to play their fantastic lineups of exclusives. Nintendo's own games have typically run great on its own hardware, even as devs struggled. Sadly, of late, it seems that Nintendo's own exclusives are having problems with the aging Switch hardware. Bayonetta 3 runs like crap, apparently, and my beloved Mario and Rabbids sequel chugs during certain sequences. And the recent Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which I was about to get onto because I have been playing it, is littered with bugs and just performance issues. Like, you see characters walking around in the background and they're like walking at a slideshow pace, like do. So that's been kind of off-putting a little bit. But when your own first-party exclusive games are struggling to run and they're looking a little bit aged and crappy, at that point something's got to give. Nintendo need to release something new. But yeah, so apparently that's understood to be down. So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, apparently that's down to poor optimization than the Switch's aging hardware, but I doubt that. I mean, I'm sure the Switch's old hardware from like 2017, when did it come out? 2016, 2017, has got a part to play in why a lot of these games are running so badly. In years past, I could usually forgive some performance hiccups. A Switch was letting me play new games on a totally portable console. How cool was that? Very cool. But now in 2022, I have the Steam Deck, and it offers the same portability, but with much better performance. Recently, I've been playing Alan Wake on the deck, and it runs wonderfully at 60 FPS with just a few minor tweaks. Meanwhile, Alan Wake on the Switch, well, that's not as smooth as an experience, not by half. And like the Switch, I can plug the deck into my TV or monitor and play all my favorite games on the big screen. But unlike the Switch, many of these games support a keyboard and mouse, multiple gamepads, mods, and cross progression with other consoles. Valve's elegant little PC is making the Switch feel more and more antiquated. Of course, more expensive piece of hardware that came out just this year is going to outperform the Nintendo's aging tablet console from 2017, but even if it doesn't seem fair to compare them, it's impossible not to. And today, all that I can think about is playing the Switch. While playing the Switch is how much nicer all these great games would look on a more powerful device like the Steam Deck. The Switch 2 or the Switch Pro or whatever Nintendo calls its follow-up console can't come soon enough. Now, like I says, I'm down and I'm excited for, and I probably more than likely will buy the new Switch Pro whenever it does come out, because I am a Nintendo fan. I've been playing Nintendo games since the original Game Boy, or the Game Boy Pocket, when it came out, God, back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I have some of my fondest memories, portable gaming memories on the Game Boy. So I have that. I have Nintendo's in my heart, okay? So I'm going to support it either way. But it's hard to compete with the Steam Deck, especially when the Steam Deck releases like a newer model of the Steam Deck with an OLED or something and better performance. It's going to be even harder to eke out the money to buy a new Switch. But it's not easy being a gamer, is it? So whatever Nintendo calls its console can't come soon enough. What's more, I really hope it supports the existing Switch library and with better performance than the current Switch. If not, well, the Steam Deck will just keep winning more and more of my playtime. It's just a better experience now. So let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Do you agree? Do you think it's hard to go back to the Nintendo Switch, or other consoles in general, for that matter, since getting your Steam Deck? Because I'll tell you, having the option to play, we're not going to get into too deep into the weeds here, but having the option to play just about any older console, including gaming handhelds, actual full-on consoles, Xbox 360, PS3, PS2, Nintendo 64, GameCube, PSP, the list goes on, Super Nintendo, 3DS, DS, even Switch, on this thing, as well as your entire existing catalog of Steam games, AAA new releases on one system, and being able to maybe double it up if you want like the best of the best experience, but having a gaming PC, and then buying all your games for that, and then also having the option to play them on this console as well. Two different platforms, essentially. I mean, two different ways of playing, right? Handheld gaming, portable gaming, and desktop gaming. Being able to share your game library between the two, get the best of the best experience, quality, frame rate, performance on your PC, then taking all that exact same game with the same game save on the go, wherever you want to go, and not having to buy the game more than once, which Nintendo likes to make you do. And PlayStation, for that matter, every other brand would be happy for you to buy your game on multiple platforms. Look at Grand Theft Auto 5. I probably bought that on Xbox 360, bought that on PS4. I think I might have even bought, I've got it on PC as well. I bought it over like 3 or 4 platforms. And I don't like buying games more than once. I really don't. If it's a big game, I might do it. But with the Steam Deck, you've obviously got the best of both worlds now. You've got the ability to buy your games, play them on gaming PC at the best they can be played at, and obviously play them portably. So Steam Deck's a massive win in my book. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is it hard to go back to other game consoles, other handhelds like the Switch OLED? Let me know down below. And anyways, guys, have a wonderful day. It is Tuesday. Take care of yourselves, all right? And I will see you with more Steam Deck content either later today or tomorrow. And there'll be lots more coming, because I'm going to be ramping up on the road up to Christmas. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday, all right? Yeah, so like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you want to support, hit the thanks button down below, or become a member by clicking join. Go to my Patreon at Blaze2KX, where I'm going to be posting more, maybe little vlogs, behind the scenes. And also stay tuned, because I'm going to be upgrading the internal SSD of my Steam Deck to 2 terabytes, as well as opening and posting some unboxings for some cool new tech. So I'll see you there. Be there. Or else. Bye, guys. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon. Bye.